Hello and welcome to Retirement Wealth Academy. I'm your host, Erin Kennedy. Thanks for being with us. This show is dedicated to helping retirees and pre-retirees sort through the many complicated questions and topics about retirement. And for the answers, we always turn to a local expert. Today we have Wes White with us. Wes, it's good to see you.
It's good to be with you, Erin.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because we have an important topic today. That is the myth of retiring in a lower tax bracket. A lot of us assume we're going to be in a lower tax bracket when we retire, but that's just not often the case.
That's right. It really just depends, but we've been told our entire lives when it comes to saving, defer in any method that we can. So that could be a 401k, a 403b, a traditional IRA. And that's all well and good during our working years because it helps us lower our tax liability then. But looking to the future, things may change. And so we have to be open to the fact that tax rates could be a lot higher if we're not careful with what we're doing as a country. And the question becomes, Erin, is it too late to reduce that expectation? So when we move forward through life and we've done a lot of saving and you get to that point of retirement, it could be a good time to think strategically and say, okay, I may have a few years where my income is going to be drastically less. And so therefore you could consider things such as Roth conversions during that time period. That way that you can let those defer just a few more years and then they become tax-free, right, when you pull the money out. So there's various ways that you can do it, but you just need to be mindful of where tax rates could be in the future. Right,
and I'm glad you brought that up because I would assume it's a safe bet that taxes will go up. I mean, you and I have talked before about the national debt, over $30 trillion. The government has to get that revenue somewhere.
Creeping up over $32 trillion.
It's unbelievable.
And you're right, the number one way that they get revenue is via taxes.
Yeah.
And we look at the bucket or buckets of money that folks have that are in those tax deferred accounts. There's a lot of wealth there. So it's a great opportunity for the government to dip into those if we're not too careful. And the more that we have in tax deferred accounts, Erin, the more that we're saying to the IRS, come be a partner, right? So if you want the IRS to be a greater partner in your retirement, then that's what you'd be doing. But I think it's best that we think about having a little bit tax exempt monies too.
Yeah, no, I like the word free when it comes to tax free. Are there any strategies, you mentioned Roth conversions, any strategies that we should be considering today to tap that tax-free money in retirement?
Well, certainly there's some unique things, leveraging cash value life insurance, and it's not the answer for everybody. It's not the all-in, be-all tool, but they can be a great thing to use to supplement your retirement income. And for myself personally, I actually use these tools to kind of help build that family bank during even your working years, because you can dip into it and have some creative things when it comes to financing some opportunities, whether it's real estate or just some of the fun stuff in life, right? Like boats or snowmobiles, right?
Yeah, we want that high quality of life before and after retirement.
That's right.
I want to talk a little bit more about tax planning because I know this is something that you and Patriot Wealth specialize in. What should I keep in mind? What's different between tax strategies before you're retired versus after you're retired?
Well, before you retire, your income is a lot different, right? You have that earned income. You may have some investment income or business income. And again, you're trying to keep those taxes low right in that very, very moment. So you're saving in these tax deferred accounts where you get a deduction tax-wise. But again, going into retirement, you have to consider having some Roth IRA and using potentially some of those life insurance tools. And it depends on what your income streams are in retirement. So again, if you've got a few years before you turn on Social Security benefits, that could be a great time to say, I'm going to get a little aggressive right now, convert some of my tax deferred monies over to Roth so you have more ways to pull money. Maybe in some years it's from your tax deferred accounts, and then you have other years where it's more advantageous to pull from those tax exempt accounts like Roth.
It is a delicate balance, and I know that why speaking with a professional can help make sure that you don't make mistakes when it comes to bracket bumping or jumping into a tax bracket you don't want to be in.
It's dynamic in nature for sure.
Yeah. All right, Wes, thank you so much for taking the time to walk me through that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.